Good times to all of you. Today we start our session with Gay-Lussac's law, law number 3 out of the 4. This Gay-Lussac's law will give relation between pressure and temperature, keeping volume and amount of gas constant. So this we are doing from the beginning. Out of the 4 measurable properties of P, V, T and N, 2 we keep constant and 2 we understand. So this journey will continue in this chapter, that is states of matter, that too especially gaseous state of matter. Okay, right. So let us start today's session with Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, right. So he was actually working with Charles. So therefore, though his area is different, but his name is given to this law, that is Gay-Lussac's law. So that's why this law was not discovered by Gay-Lussac. He was actually working on measurements related to Charles law. Okay, that's why sometimes this is together called as Charles law and Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, this relationship between pressure and temperature was actually discovered by another scientist. Okay, so in the year 1702. But however, it is still called famously Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, right. Now, what is the statement? What is the relation he explains for the two measurable properties? Okay, the relation is the absolute pressure of a given amount of gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature when the volume is kept constant. Okay, therefore P is directly proportional to the T, and after removing the proportionality sign, P is equal to constant into T, or P by T equal to constant. So by using our previous knowledge for the Boyle's law and the Charles law, we continue this equation, P1 by T1 equal to P2 by T2. Okay. Now this is the excuse me, graphical representation of Gay-Lussac's law. So it is a graph between pressure and the temperature. Okay, so because it is a direct relation, therefore naturally we get a straight line at different volumes. Okay, so where V1 is less than V2, V3 and V4, and this relation is maintained throughout the graphical representation, right? But here, when you extrapolation of these graphs, so all will meet at a origin. So what this 0 0 indicates? 0 0 indicates what? When the temperature is 0, pressure is 0, or when the pressure is 0, temperature is 0. So both are interrelated. Okay, so it is because of the increase in the temperature, kinetic energy of the particles increases, thereby they collide. So because of the collision with the wall of the container, they exert pressure. This we have learnt in the physics, where we have learnt where what pressure equal to F by force per unit area, F by okay. Using that knowledge, so pressure increases. That's why. So at this origin, pressure equal to 0, volume equal to 0. Now this is application of Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, best example is everyday we see. So pressure cooker, increase in temperature, increase the pressure, that we can see with this water vent. Okay, right. So everyday example. Now we'll go for the law number 4, which is called as Avogadro's law. Italian scientist, most famous scientist uh, of the chemistry. There are many important scientists, but he is also one among them, because he has given a very important concept of mole. Mole concept till today it is very popular, and without that we can't go for measurements or stoichiometry. Therefore, let's learn what is Avogadro law. Okay, right. At constant temperature and pressure, the volume of a gas is directly related to the number of moles. Volume of a gas is directly related to the number of moles. That means volume is having relation to the number of moles, amount of gas, okay, mass of gas. Okay, so when the amount of gas is more, or the number of moles of gas is more, naturally volume is more. Okay, therefore V is directly proportional to the N, or V equal to constant into N. So using the same relation, V1 by N1 equal to V2 by N2 equal to constant. Okay, right. So this one you can say in this way also. Okay, what you see here. So the balloons all have the same volume, all have the same volume. This means they all contain the same number of molecules. When they have the same volume, then they contain same number of molecules. Okay, here the problem is all have the same volume. How much volume? That we will understand from this right side. Okay, what it says, equal volumes of gases at the same temperature and pressure contain equal numbers of molecules. That means equal volumes. What is that equal volume? That is the important point. There is important phrase here. So equal volume is what? It is 22.4 liters at the standard temperature pressure or same temperature pressure. Okay, so that means when you take 22.4 liters of gas at STP, okay, so that time that is called as what? 1 mole of gas, which is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of that gas. Okay, so that means what is here equal volume? Equal volume is what? It is 22.4 liters of any gas. You take 22.4 liters of the methane or hydrogen or oxygen or CO2, all contain water, all contain equal number of molecules, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of that gas. So that is the meaning here. Equal volume is what? It is 22.4 liters. So in the ninth class, we learned Avogadro law for the solids and the liquids. But here we are learning not only for the solids liquids, it is for the gases also. Okay. So gases, 1 mole of any gas takes up a volume of 22.4 liters at STP. Okay. Right. Now, after understanding the four important laws, that is Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro law, under the four measurable properties of P, V, T, and N. Now, when we combine all these laws, what do we get? So here is the derivation. Okay, this is Boyle's law, this is Charles law, this is Avogadro law. Okay, when you combine all these, okay, so V is proportional to NT upon P. So after removing the proportionality sign, so V equal to constant into NT upon P. So this constant is called as what? Because we are learning the gaseous state, we are mixing all the gas laws. So this R is called as what? The universal gas constant. Okay. So now, so V equal to what? R N T by P. If you send P equal to here by the cross multiplication, what do we get? PV equal to nRT. This PV equal to nRT is called as the ideal gas equation. All, all gases will follow or obey this equation, that is called ideal gas equation. This is ideal gas. Okay. So whether it is a Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro law, or ideal gas, okay, law. So they have to obey this law. But ideal gas is hypothetical actually. Okay, what we are using gas are real gases. They are not ideal gases. Okay, so real gases, though they don't obey ideal gas, because to obey the ideal gas, so you have to put all the ideal conditions. So, but other gases which are real gases in our everyday life, they go close to the ideality. Okay, so ideal boy, ideal teacher, ideal situation, okay, ideal condition. So to go for the ideality is very difficult. Okay, so it is a perfection, it is 100%, so which is very difficult. Therefore, all gases what we are handling in our day-to-day life are real gases. Okay, so they will go close to the ideality, but they don't obey ideality. To obey ideality, there is a one gas in the nature, that is the only gas which obeys the PV equal to nRT equation, that is called ideal gas, which is not there. It is hypothetical, imaginary. Okay, right. So PV equal to nRT is the combination of all the gases. Okay, all the gas laws. Okay, so R is what? R is gas constant. So when if you want to calculate the R value, so R equal to what? PV by NT. So please put the value of P, pressure, volume, number of moles. So if you take for 1 mole n equal to 1 and a temperature, then you will get R value. Okay, so let's see. This is the relation. This is called what? P equal to rho RT. R is the density. This is the modified form of PV equal to nRT, and this is called equation of the state. That means when we put all the conditions of P, V for 1 mole of gas and temperature with gas constant, we will come to know gas is in what state. That's why it is called what? Equation of the state. So a particular gas in what state, to understand that we have to put P, V, T conditions. R is constant, N equal to 1 mole. For 1 mole, we will calculate. Then for many moles, it holds good. Okay. So if you understand that PV equal to nRT or PV equal to rho RT, So we will come to know that what is the state of the gas, that is called as what condition of the what gas or state of the gas, or in terms of mathematics it is called what equation of state. Please kindly go through. Okay, right. Now how to calculate R value? Just now I told. So PV equal to NRT. So R equal to P by NT. So by substituting the values of P, V, T and N equal to 1 mole, so we get R value. Okay, here he has done an example. So what is R equal to? R equal to, by taking all these values, R equal to 0.08206 liter atom per mole per Kelvin. R in terms of three significant figures, it is R equal to 0.0821 liter atom per mole per Kelvin. Okay, this is one calculation. So you can put pressure in different units because pressure is measured in the bar, torr, millimeter mercury. Okay, so in which unit you will put P, correspondingly you put the value for the V also and temperature also. So different values of R will get. So here are the different values of R depend upon the PVT values. Okay, so corresponding units are here. But the most value we use for calculation is what? R equal to 0.0821 liter atom per mole per Kelvin, or one more value we use for the calculation is what? R equal to 8.314 joules per mole per Kelvin. Okay, right. Now this is what? This is relationship between density and molar mass for gases. Okay, so PV equal to nRT, already we know, and N equal to what? N equal to number of moles. How to calculate number of moles from the first chapter? It is mass given by molar mass. So therefore, PV equal to, in place of N, mRT by M. After rearranging, M equal to mRT by PV. And what is D equal to density equal to mass by volume? So in place of M by V, if you put D, what will you get? Finally, M equal to DRT by P. So here R is constant. Okay, so what he has told here? So the density of a gas is directly proportional to its molar mass. So density directly proportional to molar mass, keeping R, T, temperature and pressure constant. But density of a gas is inversely proportional to the temperature. Okay. So when you calculate density equal to, it will come inverse relation. So that means two conclusions we can draw from this relationship. Okay. So one is what? Density of a gas is directly proportional to its molar mass, and density of a gas is inversely proportional to the temperature. These two relation or these two conclusions we will get from these two equations, and this is called what? Relationship between density and the molar mass for gases. So I think we understood all the four gas laws and the combination of all the four gases, that is ideal gas. So I think we have understood what is PV equal to nRT, the most important the gas equation. And tomorrow we go for some other part of the chapter. Till then, keep reading, keep understanding, and at the same time maintain your health also. Stay home and stay safe. Till then, have a nice time. Thank you, my dear boys.